Welcome to the channel. Today, our subject of discussion is managing micromanagement. That is, when control becomes counterproductive. The subtopics are understanding micromanagement, managing micromanagement, and rising above micromanagement. This, in general, is our video number 102. Understanding of micromanagement, rising above the micromanagement, and managing micromanagement a shift. When you are micromanagement, there are constant checks in, there is severe surveillance, there is anxiety. But when it is not, when you are right above the micromanagement, there is a trust and autonomy. There is a growth, of course, combined with accountability and the team empowerment. Micromanagement and credit theft are major red flags of toxicity. Let us address when specifically within the context of how employees should react or respond to micromanagement and where they fit in toxicity profile. Micromanagement is excessive control over how tasks are done, leaving no autonomy for the employees. It is toxic because it erodes trust, stifles creativity, and causes anxiety. By definition, micromanagement is an excessive level of supervision where a manager controls minor details instead of empowering employees to perform independently. Common signs are constant checking and monitoring, lack of trust in employees, excessive approvals for small tasks, step-by-step control over a routine work, and limited decision-making freedom. Micromanagement often reflects fear, insecurity, or lack of trust, not strong leadership. The root causes of micromanagement are number one, lack of trust. Managers in general fear mistakes or loss of control. Number two, insecurity. Leaders may feel threatened by capable employees, especially in today's age when the newcomers are equipped with latest technology and good ideas. Then, perfectionism, belief that only I can do it correctly. The fourth root cause is fear of failure. Pressure from senior management drives over control. And then poor delegation skills. Managers fail to separate outcomes from methods. Coming to the impact on employees. The first category of impact is psychological impact, resulting in stress and frustration, that is, continuous pressure and excessive control create mental stress and irritation. Reduce confidence. Employees begin doubting their abilities and decision making skills. Next, emotional exhaustion. Constant monitoring drains emotional energy and resilience. Feeling undervalued. Employees feel their judgment, skills, and contributions are not trusted. The second kind of category of impact is professional impact. That is, number one, reduced creativity. Innovation and independent thinking decline under accessible control. Lower motivation, employees lost enthusiasm and ownership toward their work. Slow decision making, people hesitate to act without approvals or instructions. And finally, dependency mindset. Employees become overly dependent on managers instead of taking initiative. When everyone is controlled, initiative disappears. The impact of micromanagement on the organizations. The damages are resulting in lower productivity, reduced innovation, higher employees morale, higher employees turnover, weak succession planning, and poor team morale. Micromanagement creates employees who wait for instructions instead of solving problems. The difference between leadership and micromanagement. Leaders focus on outcomes, and micromanagement focuses on every detail. Leadership builds trust, whereas micromanagement creates fear. Leadership encourages ownership, whereas micromanagement encourages dependency. Leadership delegates authority, micromanagement retains excessive control. Leadership supports growth, micromanagement restricts initiative. Leadership empowers, micromanagement controls. How employees can handle micromanagement professionally. To start with, clarify expectations. Politely ask for desired outcome instead of step by step instructions. That is, saying, can we align on the goal? And I shall take ownership of the process. Why it should work? It shifts focus towards results, demonstrates maturity and accountability, encourages trust building. Number two, build credibility through performance. Keep records of successfully completed assignment, independent problem solving, positive outcomes and improvements. Consistent performance, good performance help strengthen your course case for greater autonomy. Trust grows when reliability becomes visible. Number three, give upward feedback subject to the point if it is safe. Professional communication matters. Use respectful, solution oriented language. I work best when I have room to manage tasks my way. Would that be acceptable for this project? The important principle is focus on productivity, focus on efficiency, focus on better outcomes, and avoid emotional confrontation. What employees should avoid, that is, do not react emotionally, avoid public confrontation, do not become passive aggressive, avoid gossip or complaints without solutions, never damage professional relationships. Protect your professionalism even in difficult environments. On the other side, what good leaders should do instead, healthy leadership behaviors are define clear goals, trust capable employees, provide support when needed, encourage accountability, and coach instead of control. Leadership formula is clear expectations plus trust plus accountability, resulting in high performance. Final takeaway: micromanagement may control tasks, but it damages ownership. And the final message for you is clarify expectations, build trust through performance, communicate professionally, protect your growth and dignity. Strong leaders create independent thinkers, not dependent followers. Great leadership creates ownership, not dependency. Remember this point. With this, we conclude our today's discussion on the subject of managing micromanagement. Thank you for listening and thank you very much.